In this Asked and Answered video, I'll be explaining how life rights option deals work and sharing some things you'll want to watch out for. Hi, I'm Entertainment Lawyer Gordon Firemark, and this is Asked and Answered, where I answer common entertainment law questions to help industry professionals like you realize their dreams. RC wrote in with this question. I'm going to be optioning the life rights to an amazing true story from the man who lived it. I'm going to write the script and come on board as a producer. Is there anything I should be aware of regarding the possible sticky situation here? It'll be my first foray into this type of agreement. Any advice or warnings? Well, first off, taking an option on the rights is a relatively straightforward matter. It's actually the best way to protect your position as either a writer or a producer, or both. By owning the option, you're in position to strike the best possible deal for yourself. First, let's talk quickly about how option contracts work. When you buy an option, whether it's to a book, a screenplay, or stage musical, or life rights, you essentially give the rights holder a non-refundable deposit, the so-called option price, in exchange for a promise of exclusivity for a specified period of time, the option period. You'll hold the exclusive right to exercise the option and acquire the full package of rights to do whatever it is you're bargaining for. In this case, writing and producing a screenplay and film about this person's life story. During the option period, the rights holder can't sell these rights to anyone else. Usually you exercise your option by paying money, the purchase price, before that option expires. But if you don't exercise the option within the allotted time, they revert back to the owner and he or she is free to sell them to someone else. So for starters, it's important to negotiate the key terms of the deal carefully. Here's what those key terms are. The first is the option period. Make sure you negotiate for enough time to get the screenplay done, the project package, and set up with a studio, or if you're going independently, the financing in place. Second is the option price. It's not uncommon these days to set a free or a $1 option price, but I'm not a fan of these deals. I actually give the same advice to my producer clients and my writer clients. It doesn't matter which side of a deal I'm on. I think producers should put their money on the line. Nothing motivates you more than having some skin in the game, and it'll keep you on track and moving the project forward. In fact, scientific research bears this out. People place much more value on things that they've paid for. So come up with some cash for an option in the beginning and just make sure it's an amount that makes sense. Every deal, every producer, of course, is different, but some money really ought to change hands. Third is the purchase price, the compensation. This can involve a cash payment or some deferred payments, bonuses, back-end compensation, you name it. And fourth is the rights granted. Make sure you get all of the rights you'll actually need. Life rights deals are interesting since it's not always strictly necessary to even have a deal with the person you're making a true story about. But what you are buying is the person's cooperation, their involvement in participation, and a promise, of course, not to sue you. Consult a lawyer on this one. Make sure you've got all the rights that you need. A comprehensive release needs to be included in the document. The fifth thing you want is option extensions. It's not at all uncommon to see several additional years extensions for modest payments that usually aren't applied toward the purchase price. Now again, this is about putting your money where your mouth is. So, are there other pitfalls you'll want to watch out for? Well, if you're both the producer and the writer, take care to ensure that you're remaining objective about the project. Get some third-party input from time to time so you don't spend the next 2 or 3 years swimming against the current. I've seen producers get too attached to their own material and wind up spending too much time and money to make a product that could have been fixed before the cameras ever started rolling. Finally, a word about negotiating with the rights holder. It will almost certainly behoove you to have a representative handle those negotiations. Since you're going to be writing the piece, you'll want to ensure that you have a solid rapport with the subject. If you play hardball in the negotiations, you could undermine that. But if you don't, you could undermine the whole project. This is where having a lawyer or agent's objectivity, experience, and skill in negotiations can be really very important. Hey, if you find value in these Q&A videos, make sure you don't miss a single one. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click the button. Go ahead, I'll wait. Did you click it? Good. Now pin, share, like, plus, or whatever you do on your social media. And if you've got a question you'd like me to answer, let me know at firemark.com/questions.